Hello from sunny New Mexico. I am Stephanie Rodriguez, and I am the Cabinet Secretary of the New Mexico Higher Education Department. I am so incredibly honored to be named a National Champion of Adult Education by the Coalition for Adult Basic Education. Adult education and literacy is near and dear to us in New Mexico, and supporting these programs remains a top priority for us. Our department oversees 26 adult education programs at colleges, universities, and community organizations, and we also proudly partner with the New Mexico Corrections Department. I am proud of the work we accomplish each and every day for our fellow New Mexicans and families, and we are no stranger to the fact that a high school equivalency credential opens the door to so many new opportunities, including rewarding careers, college degrees, or additional career training. Last legislative session in New Mexico, we increased our adult education division's budget from $6.7 million. Because of our advocacy and outreach to policymakers, we are proud to report that we increased enrollment from over 8,000 students, a decline we experienced during the pandemic, to 10,157 adult education learners right here in our home state of New Mexico. Next year, we're ready to ask our state to increase the adult education budget to $9 million. Why? Because these programs help New Mexicans prepare to earn their high school equivalency credential, gain English language literacy and numeracy, learn English as a second language, and train for careers. This work goes beyond one life. It impacts generations and the overall well-being of families in our state. As a matter of fact, it did that for me. An amazing team of educators saw me struggling. They came together to build me up and help me graduate and make a decision to enroll in college. It was their faith in me that helped me at a time of adversity and allowed me to become one of the youngest cabinet secretaries of any education sector in the United States. I was asked to tell you why adult education is important to me. Well, when I was in high school, my family began to experience some hardships, and that made it difficult for me to continue with school. As my sister's path began to muddle, my mother expended all her love, time, and energy into saving her life, and my father worked full-time to support our family, all while fostering my 2-year-old nephew. I was an A and B student, but soon began to disengage from high school and fail nearly all of my classes. My parents were called into an emergency meeting and were told I was going to be dropped from school by the school's vice principal. Fortunately for me, after the meeting, I ran into our high school's principal, who happened to be my middle school principal and lived down the street from my family. Instead of dropping me out of school completely, she worked with my parents and enrolled me in our school's learning center, located on the other side of campus. You see, the Learning Center was an adult education pilot program that worked with students from the local high school and engaged us one-on-one to receive a high school equivalency or our diploma. Through these classes and the encouragement of my new adult education teacher, I continued on to the University of New Mexico, where I am standing today, to pursue a bachelor's and master's degree at the School of Architecture and Planning. To date, I have had the privilege of working in Congress, across state government, and now I have the honor of serving as the New Mexico Secretary of Higher Education and being a supporter of our colleges, universities, adult education and literacy programs, and one of the state's most successful college and career readiness programs. My very personal story is not one I share a lot. There's a lot of repair that my family continues to go through to this very day, and my amazing parents are raising my niece and nephew as their own. But I'm putting down my walls to let you know that our work, our engagement with families, and most importantly, your belief in your students matter like it did mine. Thank you for allowing me to be a national champion of adult education. But please know that my work is fueled by the educator who believed in me, and to those of you watching this video and listening to my story. I'm sending countless praises and pure gratitude to the educators, community members, and students who make it possible for New Mexico adult learners and their families to succeed.